It's official. Brick Baby and Luce Cannon are officially enemies again. When they got to jail, they were really cool after beefing for the latter part of 2 years. These two went from being best friends to sworn enemies from behind bars. Now, if you want to know how Brick Baby and Luce Cannon went from being friends last week to their beef taking a violent turn in jail today, then lucky for you, you're on the right video because I got all the details. See, when Luce Cannon first got to the federal jail in Los Angeles, him and Brick Baby clicked up. Now, when they clicked up, they decided, yo, we're gonna stick together, but not just that, we're gonna try to do content from jail to keep our names relevant. Now, Brick Baby will say that he agreed to go along with Luce Cannon telling the world that they're now cellmates.
So good to finally hear your voice. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Where are
You won't
you?
believe. I'm in LA. You won't believe. Um, who's my celly?
Who?
Brick baby.
What?
Yeah, this shit crazy.
That is insane. Was that like pre-planned? Like what the heck?
Oh man, we coolin', we coolin'. My boy here now, so we
Yo,
getting
is
down to the
that
process.
crazy? You guys are cellmates? What? How in
That
the
was going.
world did
I
that
just look
happen?
when I figured out the jail, I'm like, bro, finna come. I'm like, soon as he come, I'm about to bring him because you gotta come here. So I'm like, yeah, he about to come right here with us.
That's crazy.
But according to Brick Baby, that was all a lie. That was all scripted. And the only reason he went along with it was because it was for content. They agreed to do content together behind bars to keep their name relevant. And he was just doing that because it was content. Now, from my perspective, I think if you're behind bars fighting a Fed case, content should be the last thing on your mind. However, they were, I guess, in an agreement that they were going to do content according to Brick Baby. Now, Loose Cannon has a different perspective. Loose Cannon is saying this is all true and Brick is lying, but Brick is saying this is content, right? So Brick Baby, from his perspective, was down to do the content, was down to make up certain narratives, was down to push certain things, just to keep going viral. But he felt like Loose Cannon took things a little too far when Loose Cannon told the world that he essentially kicked Brick Baby out of the cell after snitch allegations came out.
And people are questioning, what's going on with you and Brick right now because of the call, but obviously it was already scheduled. They don't know that we have like a plan of scheduling certain things. So whether you guys are on or off, that was already planned. So
So breaking news here on my cell. So
what?
shit. So we let everybody else figure that out.
What do you mean he's out of your cell, baby?
All over the internet, we heard in the statement.
Okay, so are y'all cool or you not cool?
No, we good now because he clarified it. He said that he was talking about that he's in a custody battle, and then put everybody his paperwork talking. He was in custody. I mean, going through a child's custody battle. So when he was like, "I'm tired of the police um, doing something or whatever," it was because of the police. I mean, I guess the police was telling him certain things going through a child custody.
Oh wow. So people were taking that as if he was telling, but really and truly he was just speaking from emotions of dealing with them for his custody battle with the children.
Yeah, so he
Ah.
clarified that, got the paperwork and everything, so everything is good.
Uh-huh. So you kicked him out the celly because you thought he was a rat, baby?
And
Brick heard this and he was irate, which of course, yo, you in jail, you behind bars. So one thing you have to maintain when you're behind bars, bro, you have to maintain the aura of I'm not a buster. Because the minute they start thinking you a buster, bro, it's over with, bro. It's over with. And Brick Baby is a gangster podcaster. Brick Baby podcast and aura is people look at Brick Baby as somebody who would really take it there, somebody who was tough, somebody who was really about it. So if we agree to do content from Brick's perspective, if we agree to do content, man, it's either we do this content where we both look tough or we both look like busters. But you not about to make yourself look tough. and make me look like a buster. No way, Jose. It ain't happening, bro. Which, duh. Right? Yo, can you imagine Bricc Baby getting free today and having to come back to podcast with the rumors, right? That he got kicked out of a cell, he got bullied, he got holed all throughout. Man, podcasting career is over with, bruh. So Bricc wanted to correct the records. Now, apparently, Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon did have some type of initial discussion about this because Luce Cannon did take the video down from his page. But apparently the damage was already done, and Bricc Baby was not having it. And Bricc Baby would come on his own platform to address Luce Cannon for the first time in an unfavorable light since they've been locked up.
Man, why they keep saying that there's some shit on the internet with that big buster ass light-skinned nigga talk about the police?
Because it's all over there. It is.
The nigga with a badge talk about the police. Nigga, I was going through a child custody battle. Nigga, I was tired of it. These bitches sitting outside of my mama house. Nigga telling me they gonna kill my mama. And I'm supposed to sit here. They ain't crazy this month. I ain't tripping no way, cause they ain't gonna give me a bill anyway. It's TMC, too much scripting, man. These niggas is real weirdos. This is for everybody speaking on the break, bro. I ain't never been sunnies with me and nigga. Nigga ain't could never kick me out of nothing on the dead homies. And every nigga talking about some snitches without paperwork on the dead homies don't have to pay for it how they pay for it, man. You know what I'm saying? Take that up with the Lord, nigga.
Bricc and Luce Cannon are big bros. I love the two guys, right? But if I find out that this new disagreement over them running fake plays and exposing each other for running fake plays, if I find out that this is also part of the play and this is also fake and scripted drama, I would lose my mind. Because only in LA podcasting scene would you see this. This is insane. This is insane work. Now, Bricc Baby would continue. Now, he would claim that the disagreement with Luce Cannon got so heated that he asked for a fade. I don't know, man. The more I talk about this, bro, this is sounding like a script. This sounded like these dudes planned this new drama out. Did we get got? But let's just review it, okay? So, Bricc offered Luce Cannon up for a fade. And according to Bricc Baby, Luce Cannon turned it down and ain't want no smoke, according to Bricc Baby.
I don't mean to interrupt, but we have a very, very, very special guest calling you right now.
Okay.
What up, Bricc?
Yo, what's the deal with the home team? What y'all got going on, man?
Oh, you know, not a lot going on here. The typical stuff. Suspect is arguing with our other news hosts. You know what, you watch the news, you know what it's like.
Hey, the Gerb doing what the Gerb do.
You know?
Exactly.
You know? No cap. Nigga said I don't want to fight. I got up, opened the door, and said, follow me outside. He ain't moved. You know how it be.
Oh, God.
Regular.
That's what Luce Cannon just did.
That's good. Can we talk about that?
Wait, what happened?
Oh, man, that's the crazy part. Luce Cannon sitting here lying online. His hand ain't broke. You know what I mean? I never was this silly. I don't know how the hell he talk about he moved me out the cell. Nigga ain't never moved me out the cell a day in their life unless it was blood and holes inside a nigga body, man. Then when I find out he lying online, I tell him to come on here, come upstairs and get that good old ass whooping. He calls the scene in the day room, man. The next day he out of here, man. I ain't gonna call it a roll up. I don't know, but we still right here, cool in the real gangland. The score is still right here, man.
Hold on, bro. I got love and respect for Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby. So I don't know what the truth is, bro, but hey, Luce got to talk about this. Hey, Luce got to respond back to this, bro. If I find out that Luce Cannon, who I respect and love, was on these streets as Mr. Crippen, was on these streets as I'm the boogeyman of LA, but wrote it up in jail. Nah, man. I'll be sad, bro. I'll be sad, man. Now, if you guys don't speak Igganese and don't really understand what rolling it up is, I got you, okay? That's why you're here. I'm the Igga translator. I'm the Iggalator, okay? So rolling it up is when somebody is in fear for their life in jail and they just want to leave to prevent themselves from getting hurt. They will request to leave the section of the jail. Now, it's looked down upon to put in a formal request to leave, so people get creative, in leaving a section. They will cause a scene in front of the security officers, the police. They cause a scene. The police don't want for the section to be disrupted, so they will remove you after you cause a scene. Bricc is claiming that Luce Cannon caused the scene. Now, Bricc would also say that he, I believe, asked Luce Cannon for a fade about 8 times. Hey, listen, bro. One thing we know about jail, bro, is nothing happened without witnesses. So if Bricc asks Luke Cannon for a fade 8 times, I'm sure there's going to be some cloud chaser, bro, who's probably going to get released in like a year or so, who's going to start doing interviews on Cam Capone, No Jumper, academics, exposing everything. So I'm sure we're going to get the real story soon. But that's Brick's baby perspective of it. Luce Cannon will respond back to Bricc baby claiming that he wrote it up and, he lied about them being cellmates. Luce Cannon would take to his YouTube to respond back to Bricc baby, and here's what he had to say.
And y'all was cool at the end. So it's just like I don't get why people are tripping and making things bigger than it needs to be and trying to lie and trying to make you look crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
When
yeah, no,
it
no.
came out of his own mouth. You both said
Yeah,
it.
so yeah. So what it is tell him. I mean, all you do is just replay exactly what he said.
So you want me to replay it on the end of this call?
Yeah, that's what you do. Just replay it at the end, and then shut it up because he's just goofy.
Oh my goodness. Y'all need to talk up in there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
No, like basically, he was doing some underhand stuff that I didn't like or whatever like that, and basically I was deemed to be the aggressor, and they moved me.
Oh, really? So now you guys aren't cellies.
Huh?
So you guys are no
Yeah.
longer cellies no more.
No, I moved. That's where I'm up here with Dirk and them.
Ah. So you're on a whole different part now.
Of course.
Mm.
So,
Okay. Well, I guess it was for the better, right?
it don't matter. But, jail is jail. So at the end of
Yeah.
the day, it's like, um, he probably got in his feelings and he lied. You get what I'm saying? That's what.
But are y'all
Um,
cool up in there? Like y'all ain't got no
yeah,
beef?
no, but I just know Big Uterus make him do things that uh, it don't supposed to. He don't supposed to do. But at the end of the
Mm.
day, it's like to
Oh.
play with exactly what he said.
Mm. That's crazy.
So it's not me saying it; it's him saying it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
I just so happened to stumble upon this on YouTube. Apparently, Luce Cannon has a video scheduled for tomorrow that says explosive. Luce Cannon says Bricc Baby lied and got him transferred because he was scared. Volume up. So Luce Cannon is getting ahead of this narrative that Bricc is putting out there that he was scared to catch the fade and he got rolled up and got kicked out the dorm, bruh. At this point, I don't know what the truth is. At this point, just me knowing like how both parties want to do content, both parties want the content out there, they want to go viral, they want to keep their name in the limelight. It's hard to tell you who's telling the truth, bro. I don't know at this point, bro. All right, Bricc Baby could very well be upset at Luce Cannon. Luce Cannon could have gotten out the dorm for being disruptive, for starting fights, who knows? And now Bricc Baby could be could be using the fact that him and Luce Cannon don't get along and Luce Cannon is not in the dorm anymore. He could be using that since it's already a story. Luce Cannon is gone. He could not just be using that and taking advantage of it and putting a story out there to make himself look good and make Luce Cannon look bad after Luce Cannon put out a story out there to make him look good and Bricc look bad. So at this point, bro, I just hope, bro, that this is not part of the script, bro. Because if these dudes go back to being homies by tomorrow, bro, or by next week, bro, if these dudes go back to being homies again, if Luce Cannon magically gets transferred back to the same jail as Bricc Baby, or if Bricc magically gets transferred to Luce Cannon's jail and now they're cellmates again, and there's a whole new storyline, bro, I'm tapping out. Like, this will be my last video on this situation if that happens, bro. All right, because at this point, I feel like we all getting hoodwinked. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, okay? Do you guys believe you're being hoodwinked? If you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out Why this Muslim leader crashed out on Vlad TV after Vlad TV said this on a recent podcast. I'm gonna see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.